G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. This one is set in Lisbon. Alright, so it is the week of the 29th of January. All weekly upgrades are doubled, always like that. Start with one motorway, sure. All destinations are much busier, that's fine. I quite like it. Well, actually it's different to all circle destinations, or you get a lot more circle destinations, because when square destinations are much busier, they actually will like max out at a much more like dangerous rate because there's only 6 spots before it goes into freak out. But it does mean our score will move along a lot quicker, which is nice. And this is a redemption week for me as well because I did it so poorly last week. Update 2 as well. I mentioned, I think in that last video, that it was the day after I'd flown back, and the previous time I'd done that I played the worst baseball game of my life. I did play baseball again, and it was not the worst game of my life, so that title still holds with flight back from LA, flight back from Hong Kong, still a competent baseball level. I'm sure you were all on edge wanting to know how that turned out. And we're just after so little detail. These are not two great roads that I've started out with here. I don't like those really sharp turns, so I'm going to just curve that guy a bit more. And I'm going to stretch them out like that, just to allow this guy to swing in. Fortunately, there's nothing I can do about the really sharp turn in the other, in the blue. Otherwise, I mean, the only other alternative would be that I go up the blue instead of down. Feels like we've been going a while here for only 2 houses. Or 2 destinations, rather. Feels like whatever's coming next is going to be up in the top left, which I've definitely got yellows in the vicinity for that. So that's the thing, if you look at yellow, it's regularly sitting with like 2 guys there, and it's not that there's not available, excuse me for that little sudden zoom in surprise, it's not that there's not available houses for yellow, it's just that they're, this is Lisbon, so those bridges are going to come in very important at some point. It's just that that's how fast it's generating jobs. That's what we want. Okay. Yeah, let's think about this for a second. We pause for a moment. Get rid of all of this. Now we go up. These guys go down. These 2 belong to him. That's a weird driveway I've made there, but let's see how it works. I'm not sure what I've done here is any more efficient. This yellow on the left, he's going to be set for life. It's almost like this one blue at the bottom here is actually the problem. I think that if we, say, did this, and then let those 2 guys cut through that way, then had that guy come around, and we can then put a roundabout, say, into have those guys a little bit smoother joined. Because we'll get double of everything, we should hopefully end up with a fair few roundabouts and so on. Again, you can see he's permanently sitting with, like, in a busy sort of state, but it is just, that's how fast they're coming up. The other good news about this style and being offered double double rewards is it actually doesn't cap you at 10 motorways, it'll cap you at 20. So this level where we do need to move a lot of guys, we actually could get lucky and have a whole lot of that would make way more sense to connect there. I have a whole lot of like fast motorways that we can use to try and clean this up. Because you can already look at that blue. Like, that blue is losing his mind. And there's nothing that's overly wrong with his setup. Like, the efficiencies that we could try and fix for him aren't overly clear. I mean, we can definitely add this guy, and we'll do it like that, just to give him this weird side road. Like what we can do. 80 road tiles seems excessive. We're already getting 40. Let's do that. These two guys can still be weird, but they can at least have a separate network for it. Alright, let's use this guy. See if he gets some friends. Thank you. Don't love that. Alright, let's pause for a second here. So, the adjustment that I'm going to make because of where this blue is landed is I'm going to get rid of all of that. I'm going to turn these three things into a little hub, and they can be motorway number 1. Road there that he'd have to hop. Why I did not pick that up at all when I originally drew that. Just draw that guy like that. These guys will just swing down to incorporate that guy. Oh, there's a second blue house there, so this second blue should be a bit more set up. Even more set up. Second blue is just adamant about being in the way. Okay. Get rid of all of that. Let's converge these guys to a point, and then they can hop over to look after him. This motorway, I'm going to skip to go to these guys. These three go help there because they're closer. Well, not necessarily closer, but they can access that easier. Absolutely, we're taking the motorways, especially with the ridiculous amount of road tiles we're getting even on a motorway pickup. And this is definitely a level where it's not going to hurt to be liberal with motorways. We're going to see a lot. Looking pretty clean at the moment. That was a double surprise. So these pink houses are showing up in workable spots. Let's try and I mean, really, these guys on this side should also be operating through a roundabout. I only have one available bridge, but obviously you can never turn down a motorway. Yeah. So, the houses all in this bottom section aren't getting used. So what we can do is we can take them and they can go look after that guy. These fellas can go look after him. And then we don't have an available bridge. So I'm going to give those guys motorway. No, I want to get rid of that weird bit there. Thank you. Okay, let's wait for that bridge. Great. Right, that. A lot of green over here. Definitely put my this pink in a dangerous spot with how long we waited to, well, like basically putting in that roundabout. But I think that we are going to see easily enough guys get there to clean him up. A nice little hub of green here. Definitely have a huge amount of greenhouses. I can't believe this is a game where we've got the additional of having more guys come in, but then also that I'm only on 800. Like, this is a sped up version of the game, and we are so in such early days here. Blue just can't help itself, can you? You gotta just hug an existing road. Forge your own path. Is it worth bothering with a bridge? Probably not. Let's pause that for a second. That doesn't make any sense. You want to go down to that one. And we've also got these three guys that are just genuinely closer. I need to grab another motorway. I've already built that. Nice little get with an extra guy for this one. Okay. My little pink disaster, where are you going to get more places from? I feel like what we're going to do is we'll take these two guys, we'll join them into that, and then we'll take these 5 and send them all the way over there. Pink is definitely what's looking most rocky to me at the moment. That central pink, he doesn't look like it could just be the amount of time it takes for someone to get to him, but he's just the one that doesn't overly ever look like he's well in control. Just keep an eye on how this circular red's doing down here, because he very well may need a just pause for a second so I don't lose the gap. Have I got a bridge? I don't have a bridge, so I'm going to take these guys bridge. Okay, well, that's an easy solution there. Just leave this blue a little bit understaffed. You'll make do. So orange isn't looking great in terms of the way that he's moving through this intersection. There's not really a place I can put. Well, what I can do is that. Let's just move this into a sort of that slightly cleaner spot. I really can't believe that the pink, circular pink in the top right, sorry, central right, seems to be doing better than the pink in the central left. Even though he's the one that's benefiting from a motorway. Could just be the distance that the guys have to travel to get to the motorway. Yeah, I'm not in love with what's going on with this red. Why are you not locked up? Alright, let's put a roundabout there. And we're going to put this here. I just want to see if that's any more efficient for this guy. Terrible strategy in that I've got to now wait for... Well, I don't have to wait. So it's about to go anyway. I could have just put a second motorway into that intersection and then just deleted it as soon as the new one came up. This green here is looking quite poor, I think. Try and get a couple more guys to him. We've got these two guys here that are quite close. What's his story like? There are available guys still. So it's not like it's just sort of distance to travel that seems to be his problem. It's not necessarily that there's not available cars to take the orders. It's just that it takes them longer to get there than it does for a new order to come up. Which will, long term is going to be a major problem. Okay. So, what I think we want to do here... Let's try and just turn things around a little bit. I'm going to get rid of this road. And I'm going to put a motorway there to here. Then going to turn around to these four guys. And give them a motorway. Give them... Over to the motorway. Where did I put it? There. Put that motorway there. Then I'm going to take this hub of guys, them to that guy. In the meantime, like I said I should have done before with the other one, I'm going to just quickly build this motorway, give those two guys to it as well. So these four can just quickly look after him while we're waiting for that other bridge to move so that this guy doesn't risk overflowing just because we're attempting to transition the network. Alright, the network's transitioned. So many blues on this network. It is a blue network? It is a blue network. Makes sense why I've got so many blues on it. Interestingly, these green guys in the bottom right are more likely to get used than this fifth greenhouse here. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to just attempt to remember that I've set up green like this. Although I feel like all I need to do is just get a few more backup greens. I just need like 2 backup greens heading into this section. I could possibly just take these 2 guys. But they are the closest ones to this circular destination as well. What I could do is take... can I get a gap through there? What if we went... these 2 guys. Then we get rid of that. Then these guys can cut around and they can be the back of that one. So this guy, this other green doesn't lose anyone. I do need to get more yellows to this guy. That is now a problem. I can see this guy is actually getting used now, so I don't really want to ditch him. Currently have no bridges. Maybe I do have to ditch him just to get that bridge. Let's get this yellow guy on this network. Let's quote. Oh, can I not fit it in there? No, we're too close to the edge. What we can do is we can put this roundabout in there, pop that, and then just we've still got 4 motorways. Okay, motorway from here to there. Yellow up here isn't looking great either. Have these 3 guys at the top. Okay, we can get that in there. So let's put that there. Get these guys to all head to their closer way in. Then let's get those guys to join in too. Not great, but also not great the intersection problems these guys are having. Alright, because we're crashing out down here, and what we need is a roundabout. So what I'm going to do is, are there any reds that are available? Not really, just that one guy. Let's put a motorway there for a moment. See if we can get on top of things for that guy. Okay, huge problem that we now have here with the amount of guys trying to go in. So, fix for that is this goes to there. We get rid of that. Can't use this red guy that's super close to that destination, unfortunately. Alright, let's get these extra yellows all connected to this guy. We have a bunch of ink that we can sneak up here. See, this guy is just absolutely crammed in that this yellow, and that's just purely yellow guys just stuck in the roundabout. Absolute gridlock in there. How'd we do? Didn't look at my score for a while. 4,000, not too bad. I definitely got hectic quick, that one. Alright, let's see how we stack up. 10% ordinary. 151. There we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.